Hi, I'm Madeline, and thank you so much for joining me for your Written in the Stars November Taroscope. If this is your first time joining me, this is a video where I do a monthly tarot reading for each sign, and I really highly recommend that you also check out the Taroscope for your rising sign and your moon sign, and that's not just for me, I promise, that's for you. I really thank you for joining me, and I hope that you find your reading really empowering and resonant for the month of November. And I would love to hear from you in the comments if anything really resonates with you or if you have questions about anything. So you can let me know that in the comments below, and I would really love it if you would find me on social media, and all that stuff is linked below too. Facebook, Instagram, all the things. I'm wishing you a great November, and I hope that you really enjoy your reading. And without further ado, welcome to your November Taroscope. Hey Sagittarius, thanks again for joining me for your November 2016 Taroscope. Ooh, let's see what's going on for you in November 2016. Sagittarius, November 2016. Sagittarius, November 2016. Interesting. Okay, let me make sure you can see everybody. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. So the first thing that I really want to say is that there is something that you need to leave behind in November, and you may feel a little grief over letting it go. And specifically, I want to say a little bit of guilt over letting it go. Here's this Seven of Swords, and you see this man under cover of night. He's taking these 5 swords and looking over his shoulder, and 2 remain in the ground. I want you to also notice that if he doesn't look forward, he may get bitten by this snake curled up right in front of him. So never drive looking in the rearview mirror. That's just bad advice. But okay, so swords rule the mental realm, Sagittarius, and you have just a little too much on your mind, a little too much on your plate, and something needs to be dropped. And I'm feeling like what I want to say is that something has been taken from you, and you're grieving it a little bit in November. These are general readings, so I get a lot of impressions at once, and I wish I could be as specific to just you that is listening to this video right now as possible. But what I can tell you is that for some of you, this has already been taken from you before November, and that for some of you, this is coming up in November. So here's what really matters about this card. This man clearly grieving. His head is in his hands, he's looking down, and he's looking at these 3 cups. They're upside down, they're empty, their contents are gone, irrevocably gone, seeped into the ground, gone. But up here, over his shoulder, are 2 cups standing upright, and these beautiful vines full of juicy grapes. If he would just change his perspective, if he would just turn around and see, hey, I still have 2 cups left, and look, they're actually doing something pretty incredible for me. So don't get stuck here, Sagittarius. And that's not really like you. So Spirit is definitely bringing this up because, I mean, you're an optimistic person by nature. And you're always looking for the future, for growth. But I'm feeling like this person or this situation has a very tremendous pull on you. And when I say that, Spirit is directing me down here. And let's just get here because everything else in your reading is so great. So why not just cover the negative stuff right up front, right? Front load the bad news. I'm all about bad news first, then the good news. This grief that you're feeling, I'm feeling like there's a situation or a relationship in which you feel trapped, addicted, Like you cannot leave. You cannot leave it behind. You cannot let it just go. And the truth is that you can. And that's not pressure, Sagittarius. That's not a judgment. You can do what you want, and you can stay if you want. You can stay in this position and look at what is basically not feeding you anymore, or what has run dry. And you can stay, okay. So this is one of the most feared and misunderstood cards in the tarot. This is the Devil. He's not a nice looking guy. And if you look at the card, I mean, right, the initial reaction is naturally fear. You see these people, there's chains, his horrible face, his stomach, his the gaping maw, he's greedy, he's lusty, but the Devil is not Satan in tarot. Tarot is pre-Christian. The Devil represents more like Pan, like the satyr, the horned god of the wild. And if you look at this card just, you know, for 1 second, it's like, oh my God, oh no, 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 I turn away from that. The way we naturally turn away from everything that is dark inside of us. Our lust, our rage, our depression, temptation, the parts of ourselves that we would like to hide, the way we lie. So we want to turn away on first glance. It's scary. These people are trapped. Oh God, this thing is terrible looking. But if we take another glance, much like in life, look at their feet. They're not trapped. They're not chained. The threat of this looms over them and keeps them there. The pure threat with no need of any kind of force. And don't be in that situation, Sagittarius. Don't allow, a spirit is saying, a codependent relationship or a narcissistic relationship to keep you chained where there are no chains. You have the ability to go whenever you want to. And Spirit is telling me that you're incredibly strong. And you know this, Sagittarius. Like, I don't need to tell you that. You are a strong person. Your ideas need to be out in the world. You have cards here. The sevens are like conflict and crossroads, really. Like, and to see them right next to each other, it's like, wow, you're really considering your workload and the type of work that you're doing, and feeling like many of you are ready to throw your creative hat in the ring. You are really ready to go up against everything with a wonderful idea, and it's the right time for you to consider how to go about that. It is a wonderful time for you to look at what you've harvested so far and be like, okay, what has really worked for me? And what has really not moved the needle for me or made me happy, just made me feel fulfilled. It doesn't have to be all about money and all about accomplishment. It can be what tires me out and what really energizes me and makes me feel like I'm moving in the direction that is going to leave me impassioned and not enervated and exhausted. And I feel like you're going to get, you're going to get help with that. I feel like you're going to get help. And by help, I mean support. People, you have lots of people in your reading this month. People that come in to help you and people that have expertise that you can use. Okay, this is interesting. Spirit is talking about, for many of you, and again, these are general readings, and I'm about to say something very specific because the Spirit is talking about nieces and nephews here. And again, I wish I could be as spot on to you as I could be. If you do want something more personal and in-depth, you can definitely book a one-on-one reading with me. I would love that. And my info is in the description below if you would like to do that. But for some of you, as I said, Spirit is saying specifically that you have a niece or nephew, or a close relative that is much younger. And this person really looks up to you, and I feel like this person may have similar talents to you, or they really want to learn something from you. They really look up to you, and that is just incredibly specific. So there must be like a decent number of you that really need to hear that, or this is very important for the people that this does apply to. Give them that. Give them your energy. Give them your time. Foster them. This is you. This is you, Sagittarius. Whether you are male or female, you are the Queen of Wands. Queens and kings are, it's not about gender. I think of kings as conquerors and queens as creators. And you are certainly a creator. You're an adventurer. And you're a gatherer of people. You love with an open heart. And you're a philosopher in a way, Sagittarius. Even if that's not like what you think of yourself as, even if you don't study it, but I'm feeling many of you do or have. You're the kind of person that says sage things and your friends just kind of turn and look at you and go, whoa, like that just got really deep, or wow, you really managed to sum that up in a few pithy words. You have charisma. You have confidence. Again, male or female, you're the queen. You're the Queen of Wands. You're the queen of fire, energy, spirituality, magic. Look at that black cat at her feet. You're going to be making your magic in November. Your very personal, fiery magic. And you have this person who wants to be your protege. And then you also have, wow, yeah, I want to say that there is a person here whose knowledge you admire very much. Their knowledge and their way of communicating. And again, this could be a male or a female. Who comes to your mind when I talk about the King of Swords? The King of Swords is at the top of their mental game. This is the swords rule are all about the air element, which is thoughts, words, ideas, communications. So this person sends clear messages. This person comes off as extremely intelligent, extremely wise, and extremely honest. Very forthright, very no bullshit, very cut to the quick, and definitely the king of their realm. Definitely, they know their shit. What can I say? And I feel like this person has information or knowledge that you would like to cultivate. The Hierophant here is the card of like esoteric knowledge. This is the card of when it was created back when, nobody can agree on back when, but hundreds and hundreds of years ago, this card was known as Il Papa, the Pope. And he represented tradition, esoteric knowledge that not everybody is walking around knowing, and that you kind of have to be a devotee, an initiate to learn. And there is something that you really want to learn or cultivate, Sagittarius. Again, they're telling me you're a philosopher. There's something that you really want to learn and cultivate because you have a message of your own to share, and you want to broaden your horizons. You want to learn new perspectives to enhance your own. And this person nearby is a wonderful person for you to associate with and learn from. The Hierophant can also represent, just to give you some more clues, it can represent a priest. I mean, again, the Pope. So it can be a religious figure in your life, like a rabbi or an organization, like a mosque, a temple, a church. You may want to go to a place of structured worship and see what that's like for you, or speak to somebody who has a lot of information about it. But nowadays, esoteric or private knowledge can be many other things. That can be like a personal trainer. That can be a tarot reader. That can be a surgeon. People who have knowledge that we don't. So if you get the opportunity to speak to somebody who is highly intelligent and has some specialized knowledge that you'd like to hear about, definitely take that this month. I feel like that's going to come up for many of you. And it's going to help you make your magic, is what they're saying. And good Lord, another fiery person in your life. And I feel like you need to take action in November. And a lot of you are going to be taking trips. So, if you're in the U.S., it is Thanksgiving. So for many of you, this could be just a trip to see family or your tribe, people that feel like family, even if they're not. But for many of you, I'm feeling like, again, there's somebody in your life who really inspires you. But I feel like follow through is a problem with this person. I feel like this person, like, you want to get involved with them, but they're a little bit like, I want to, but I'm also doing my own thing. Like, I feel like they're a little bit flaky. That's what I want to say to you, Sagittarius. And that's kind of interesting because you're a mutable sign. You can be a little bit like that yourself, but I'm not feeling like you're there. I'm feeling like you're the queen. I'm feeling like you're very ready. You're ready to throw your hat in the ring and get things going. Don't worry about this. If this person isn't ready right now, I feel like that's going to come back around for a lot of you. So this isn't a loss. This is just like, as a matter of fact, this person may go on a journey and come back with the kind of information or the kind of resources that you need, is what Spirit is saying again. So that is specific to some of you. That this opportunity to work with this person or collaborate may come back around again. Wow. To see these right next to each other, and actually the Devil bordered by these two cards, the Fool and then the Ace of Cups, that's very interesting to me, Sagittarius. That's like, they're kind of like an antidote to the Devil, because the Devil is about fear. The Devil is about bondage, and the Fool is the opposite. The Fool is the number 0. He's the clean slate. You need a clean slate in November. Leave that Devil behind. Drop it. Remember? Drop it. Drop whatever mental construct that you have that says, I am duty bound to this, or I have to do this dead-end job because XYZ. I have to be in this toxic relationship or friendship because XYZ. There is no reason to go against your very spirit and your very soul. And Spirit is saying that some of you, your spirit and soul, they're speaking very clearly to you, and you are forcibly kind of ignoring them and keeping yourself tied up in a situation that you don't need to be in. So again, that is not specific to all of you, but for some of you that is going to resonate, and you must trust that if it resonates in your chest and in your head, that is something to pay attention to and to listen to and to ponder for a little while, and not just dismiss outright. There's really good, I feel like good news and good emotions washing into your life in November. I feel like you have this potential to gain a new understanding, and the understanding is really freeing, is really liberating, is really, again, like the opposite of this Devil. Like, you allow something really beautiful to flow into your life, because cups are about emotions and spirituality. So for some of you, Spirit is saying that there's like, it's like a religious experience. Like, it's like somebody is extremely generous to you emotionally, or you have a really like wonderful, profound discussion with somebody that yields some incredible, like a dam breaking inside of you. And all this love just flowing through you, all these messages from Spirit just flowing through you. And I'm feeling like you create something with it. So allow that to happen. It could even be like this esoteric knowledge is what it is that breaks this open inside of you and gives you this opportunity to share what you've learned, everything that you've learned over the course of your lifetime, with the world. Wow. And of course, I'll be picking one card for you to really remember or embody or come back to again and again, ideally after this reading. But before I do, I just really want to say thank you so much again for watching, and that every time that you like or subscribe to my channel, it really means so much to me, and it really helps me in analytics and YouTube and stuff. So thank you for doing that stuff. Thank you for sharing these videos. It really helps, and it means so much to me. So Sagittarius, the card that I really want you to remember and to focus on in November is the Fool. Let go of baggage, let go of negative expectations, give yourself a clean slate, go forward, go on your adventure. New things are brewing for you, and it's the right time for you to drop the stuff that's not working for you. Drop the clients, the thoughts, the problems, the discussions, the relationships or jobs, or at least the emotional attachments to those things. If you cannot outright let them go, to detach yourself emotionally in a healthy way, is going to be very good for you. So for example, for some of you, it's like a codependent relationship, and recognizing that your partner can be in a bad mood, and that does not mean that you need to be in a bad mood or that you need to have a bad day. That's huge. That is the first step to freedom. Take the steps that you need to take toward freedom, and you're going to get really wonderful emotional validation for it. I'm feeling like the right teachers, the right guides, the right messengers are around you right now. Just lift up your head and listen. I think it's going to be a great month for you, Sagittarius. I'm kind of excited. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed your reading, and again, if you have any comments or questions, I would love to hear from you in the comments below, or you can also find me on social media and hook up with me there. That would be awesome. I would also really love it if you would check out my blog, writteninthestars.co, if you want to see some horoscopes, some new moon talk, all that good stuff. I would love to see you there too. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope that you have a fabulous month. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will like it and subscribe, and I hope to see you in December. Have a wonderful month. Bye-bye.